hello to all my friends out there. So I finally got home from walking 2 long hours a day. And so I made some ginger tea. This is one of my favorite ones. And this one is herbal too. So, you know, you're not going to get hyper. And it's really, really good too. So I buy these kind of things at Dollar Tree or 99. Ginger is one of those spices that you use so little that maybe once a year you want to buy a new one. And then I have sugar. Tastes good, sweet. Probably not good for your teeth. If my teeth get stained and I get tooth decay from the sugar, okay, I'm using my shelf-stable milk. Last night I was crazy. I just drank my milk out of my creamer. So, okay, you guys, the comments were really good. Most of them are pretty nice. So, you might be wondering, if you're new to me, why even drink tea? Why bother? Well, if something happens, tea is better than just water. One of the comments was, can you use the shelf-stable milk to make yogurt? And so here is my yogurt I made. Yeah, it comes out good. Okay, so I was heading home, and I said, well, I'm kind of hungry. I feel like eating one of those burritos. And I thought, well, you know, why don't you just make yourself some burritos? So I fried, let me show you. This is 2 pieces of bacon. I want to make some refried beans so I can make some burritos, homemade. So I just left the all of the bacon grease in there because it wasn't very much. So one can of these beans is $1. So it's going to make a lot more beans than if you make you just buy a burrito. So I chopped some onions and I froze them. This is nice because then every time you turn around, you're not having to chop onions. And then I had some green onions, so I'm using those up as I go along too. One of the comments was, I'm sick and tired of this cheap food. I'm sick and tired of this stockpiling. I'm really sick of it. I am going to donate all my stockpile. Enough is enough. You know, I know exactly how you feel. But because it starts junking up the house, you go, I don't want to eat any burritos. I don't want to eat any more cheap food, as a matter of fact. And I can't say I blame you. So, okay, but I would suggest sticking it in the room and just don't think about it. Don't get rid of it. You know, how about those people in the tornadoes came calling? Hopefully some of them got out of there with their food, you know. I know 22 people got killed. That's not good. So the point of this recipe is make big pots of food. So when I make these burritos. The reason I decided to make the burritos is because I had these tortillas rolling around in the freezer, and I thought, you know, you might as well use them. So, okay, I'm not going to put the olives in now. I'm going to put the olives in with the cheese. Okay, a lot of people add the cheese to the refried beans, but what I like to do is I like to use milk, canned milk, if you have it, or any kind of milk, to conserve my cheese. I'm still going to have cheese on these refried beans. So what I want to do is I want to cook this down And then I want to pour, I don't know, when they start getting thick, maybe a half cup or a cup to make my beans really creamy. And then, so I'm going to boil them just like this. I figure why, someone said, why don't you get a potato masher? And I thought, yeah, that would be a good idea, but I forgot. So, okay, don't give up on your stockpile. Giving all your food away if there's needy people around that really, really need it is generous. I'm thinking about that currency collapse in Venezuela. They don't want your money. You got to give them a bag of beans for a bag of rice. Your money is not going to do you any good in that sort of situation. So you might be saying, well, I'm 100 years old, like me, I'm pretty old, and there's never been a currency collapse. Well, I guess you guys, I don't know if you guys heard it or not, but we're supposed to have a massive job layoff. So let's say if you give all your food away and you don't have any food, and then one of your relatives loses their job, and then you don't have much money either, I would say the better strategy is go through your stockpile and say, okay, do I really want this item at all? And then create boxes within your stockpile. And then if someone you know really needed food and asks you for food, you give them a couple of those boxes of that food you don't want anyway. If you've been watching I would hate to turn anybody. See how my beans are getting nice and creamy? These are going to make some really good burritos. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook them down to flavor my beans with the bacon. And what I have is evaporated milk. 1 cup evaporated milk, 1 cup water. This evaporated milk also makes really good yogurt. And so as these cook down, I'm going to keep adding the... I am going to mash these beans until there is nothing left of these beans. They're going to be, they're going to be so creamy, you're not even going to know beans are in there. This is like the secrets of the cooks. Also, you could thin this down with milk and then add some water if you wanted, and this would be some really, really good bean and bacon soup. If any is left from my burrito making, I will just freeze it in a little bowl. It also makes really, really good dip. So I'm going to be cooking this for a few minutes, adding milk as it cooks down. And just a note about this yogurt. If you want really good yogurt like this, you have to make your own. Also, it ensures you will never run out. I have a lot of yogurt left. I keep it, I only make enough for like 2 or 3 days in the refrigerator. So don't freak out. Don't get rid of your food storage. Another thing is, don't freak out over every little thing that goes on, like, I'll just give the example of my neighbors. First of all, I really like my neighbors. But what they think, what they say, I don't care. I have my own concerns. We have our own stuff going on. I'm not worried about every little thing anybody says on the social media. I rarely unfollow the people I follow. I like to see what they have going on. So see how my beans are getting really, see how there's like just like no beans left to my beans? Let me see if I can get it closer. So what I like to do is I like to cook them down until they're all like that, kind of like Taco Bell. Good luck though, these beans, how I learned to make these beans was my friend, grandfather, had a taco shop right by the border. I think it was Tecate in the United States. And if you go on to my Pinterest, you'll see a couple of her recipes on there. This is one of his recipes down through the generations. A lot of the people are very secretive about their just the adding this milk alone. If you don't have any cheese, another thing you can do if you don't have bacon is you can add a tiny bit of lard to your beans. I think that's what they used to do in the day. So, okay, I want to cook these for a few minutes, and then I'm going to come back with the burrito making. And so, okay, you guys, God bless you all.